and welcome to 2 Chronicles chapter 4 through 6. I guess it's July 7th. I probably should have started out with that, but I forgot, and I'm not going to re-record this. Today's reading will start out with building the temple, primarily organizing the building materials of the temple dedication, the temple furnishings, the temple, all these little things that need to be put in place for the temple to actually function individually. And then, of course, ultimately we'll get to the dedication speech of the temple itself. That's chapter 6, and that's really the important part. Now, chapter 4 starts out with, Solomon builds an altar. And that's great and all that. He builds some lampstands, and that's great and all that. He builds a lot of the furnishings of the temple, a lot of the other preparations. It's all the kind of busy work, minute details that are probably fascinating, especially from a historical perspective. It's good to know that these things are put together, but honestly, I don't really have that much to say about them. And so instead, chapters 4 and 5, they're just a bunch of those little details. I would rather talk about chapter 6, which is something that I do somewhat understand. As Solomon goes to dedicate the temple, he prays over it, and this is where he utters his very long prayer. It's also recorded in 1 Kings 8, I think it is. I believe that was the right chapter for it, where Solomon sees God enter the temple, and so he prays to the temple and asks God essentially, hey, when we mess up, if we pray towards the temple, please listen to us. And so he begs God for that, and God ultimately says yes. That is recorded in 2 Chronicles 6 as well, and so you see Solomon's dedication towards that. He's very excited to see it happen, and thankful that it gets to occur as it does. That's about all I have to say on that. We've covered it before in 1 Kings or 2 Kings, 1 Kings chapter 8, and so it's probably familiar, but it is worth looking at from the Chronicles perspective. If that's all, then you can either check out the written page to see a little bit more. I don't have that much today, or you can go ahead and I'll see you tomorrow, July 8th, where we're reading 2 Chronicles 7 through 9.